Okay, so good morning, everyone. My name's Tom. Very simple name. I will be your teacher today. Okay. Thank you very much for coming. Now, I haven't been to this part of Cebu yet. I've been in Cebu for 8 months, but I haven't been. Where exactly am I? Okay. What part of Cebu is this? Sorry. Minganilia. Okay. Now, is that near Talisay? Talisay. Okay. I live in Manila, which I think is kind of far from here. Are you all from Cebu?
No.
Okay. Well, where's everybody from here? Is everyone from Mindanao?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I haven't been to Mindanao, but how long have you all been in Cebu? For
3 years.
3 years. 2 years.
Oh, wow.
2 years.
Wow. Okay. And you've made friends here? You're friends with each other? What about your family? Do you visit your families often? Okay, good. I don't get to visit my family so often. When I do, I usually try to actually help my parents as much as I can around the house. And I don't cook very well, but I can clean. And so whenever I visit, I try to help them. And one thing today which we will be focusing on, okay, is helping others. All right. Okay, now to begin, we're going to have a little discussion with each other, all right, about helping others and how we've helped others. And to start, I hope I have enough. I'll just hand these out to you, and what you're going to do, okay, in this exercise is you're going to do a little interview with each other, all right, about how you've helped each other or how you've helped friends in the past. So let me just hand this out. One for me. Could you pass those around, please? Okay, we have enough. Good. So one for everyone. So thank you. So I'll read through these, but have you ever helped your mother cook a meal, a friend move to a new house? Have you ever helped a stranger with direction? Have you ever helped a friend by giving relationship advice? Have you ever helped someone find a job? Have you ever helped an old lady cross the street? Have you ever helped find a missing cat or dog? Or have you ever helped plan a large party or wedding? So what I'd like you to do, all right, is to stand up and you will ask each other if you've done this, and if somebody says yes, you will write their name here. The person who finishes first, okay, is the winner, the person who asks everybody first. So time is important. So if you could please stand up, and you will ask each other, okay, if you have done all of these things. And if you want to ask me, that's okay too.
You answer yes.
Okay. So why don't you begin now? Good. Now remember, you're asking in English. English only.
Are there no answers? I just find it strange.
Have you ever helped a stranger with directions? No. A stranger, no.
Good.
Have you ever
How do you feel when you help someone do something?
Happy.
Happy, okay, especially if it's something very important. You might feel very, very happy. And when someone helps somebody do something very special, we often say that that person is a hero. All right? If they've done something very special, if they saved someone's life, if they've done something that is very important. And yes, we'll be talking about heroes today. Heroes in our lives, heroes in public life. And we'll be talking about a certain story that happened a few years ago in the West, in the United States, which is where I'm from, okay, in the eastern part of the United States. And this story is kind of simple, but a man was waiting at a subway. Do you know what a subway is? A subway platform. A subway is an underground system of trains.
Yeah.
Okay, the subway, we usually talk about the subway system. You don't have a subway system in Cebu. Do you have a subway system in Manila? Subways are trains that run underground. So very big cities will have subways. New York, London, Paris, Tokyo, Hong Kong. Okay, it's a very good system because it goes underground, so there's no cars that you have to. And what happened in our story is a man was waiting for this train, and he sees another man fall in. Now, it's very dangerous if you fall into what we call the subway tracks, like the train tracks. We call these. Where did I put this one? Train tracks, subway tracks. Very dangerous if you fall onto them. Why is that dangerous? Because the train might come. And if that train hits you, you will not be alive for very long. Okay, you will die. You know? And so our hero saw a man falling, and the train was coming. And so this man jumped in, and he saved the life of the other man. And both of them survived. Neither of them died. But very dangerous and very, very courageous. Like how the word brave is brave, courageous, same thing. Very courageous because to jump in and to face that danger requires a lot of courage. Now this man that I mentioned, our hero is a construction worker. Okay, so that was his job. Does anyone know what do we call this hat that the construction worker wears? Yeah, you can call it a helmet, or you can call it a hard hat. Okay, you can call it a hard hat. Okay. And what about here? Why do construction workers often wear such bright clothes? Why do construction workers wear these, bright yellow, bright orange, bright red?
Very easy to see the light.
Yeah, so people can see them.
Yeah.
Construction workers are often doing dangerous things, maybe in the middle of the road or something. So they want to make sure people can see them, so there's no accident. Right? And another, what do we call this?
Hammer?
Yes. have to, sorry about my throat. Yeah, they usually have a hammer. And then finally, one thing that all construction workers wear, at least where I'm from, boots. Yeah, usually very strong boots, because they might step on something that's sharp. Subway. A subway train looks like, almost like a regular train. Okay, this is a subway train. It'll have the name of the location on the front. So if it's going to one part of London or one part of New York, it will say that. It looks like a regular train, okay, except it goes underground. And this is a subway platform. Okay, so you will see people waiting here. Here's the tracks. You do not want to fall in them. And there will be one new word, I think, for all of you while you're listening. So I'll tell you that word now, so you don't get too confused. The word convulsion. Okay, now a convulsion is when your body starts to shake. Okay, you might also know the word seizure. Seizure, convulsion, same thing. And it's when you start to feel very sick and your body starts to shake. And you will hear in the story one of the men has a convulsion and falls onto the subway tracks. Okay, so I'm going to play that for you now, and please keep the questions in mind. Oh, and yes, it will be my voice, so I hope it sounds okay.
New York honors a hero. It started as a typical day for Wesley Autry, a 50-year-old construction worker in New York City. It was about 12:45 p.m., and he was waiting on a subway platform to take his daughters home before he went to work. He suddenly noticed a man nearby have convulsions and collapse. Mr. Autry and two women went to help the stranger. The man, Cameron Hollipeter, managed to get to his feet, but then stumbled at the edge of the platform and fell onto the subway tracks. Mr. Autry looked up and saw the lights of the subway train approaching through the tunnel. What would you do? Stand horrified and watch helplessly? Most people would jump in to help, but only if there were no train in sight. Mr. Autry acted quickly. He leapt down onto the track. He realized that he didn't have time to get Mr. Hollipeter and himself back up on the platform before the train arrived, so he lay on top of the man and pressed down as hard as he could. Although the driver tried to stop the train before it reached them, he couldn't. 5 cars passed over them before the train finally stopped. The cars had passed only inches from his head. His first words were to ask the onlookers to tell his daughters he was okay. New York loves a hero, and there was no question that Mr. Autry's actions had been just that, heroic. He became an overnight sensation. People couldn't get enough of the story. The media named him the Subway Superman. New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg gave him the Bronze Medallion, the city's highest honor. In the past, this honor has gone to such people as General Douglas MacArthur, Martin Luther King Jr., and Muhammad Ali. He was also asked to appear on several high-profile television talk shows. His selfless bravery was also rewarded with money and gifts. Among other things, Mr. Autry received $10,000 from Donald Trump, a $5,000 gift card from the Gap clothing store, a new Jeep, tickets and backstage passes to the next Beyoncé concert, and a free 1-year public transit pass. A Disney ambassador thanked him with a 1-week all-expenses-paid trip to Disney World and tickets to see The Lion King on Broadway. How did Autry, a Navy veteran, react to all this? Honorably. He said, "I don't feel like I did anything spectacular. I just saw someone who needed help. I did what I felt was right."
Great, much more clear that time. Yeah? Okay, our friends outside are not singing so much. So question 1, where does the story take place?
Here, way back.
New York, right? New York. Okay, and where in New York does it take place? Subway platform. Very good. 2, a little harder. Why didn't the hero pull the other man off the tracks?
It's too late.
Right, he didn't have time, or you could say it was too late. Okay, the train was coming. He did not have time to pull him off.
Press down together.
Sorry? Number 3, what was the reaction of the city? Well, yeah? Yeah, okay. Good, okay, he became an overnight sensation. What else? Okay, so a lot of people were proud of him. What else? Yeah? Amazed? People were amazed, wow, I can't believe someone did this. Anything else?
They
They gave him a reward, right? Which was always nice. Okay, he was given a reward. He was given a few things, and we will read the story together so you can see every word. But he was given money. He was given free tickets. Okay, yeah, he was a lot of people were very, very impressed with him, and also the mayor of the city even gave him a special award. So he did a very good thing, something very, as he's a hero, he did something very heroic. Okay, we're going to now read this passage together. Okay. And could you again please hand me that? Thank you very much. Aubrey, okay, Aubrey, could you start for us, please? Okay, so New York honors a hero. Please listen carefully, okay? It started. Aubrey? Yes, please.
It started as a typical day for Wesleyan
Autry,
a 50-year-old construction worker in New York City. It was about 12:45 p.m. and he was waiting on the subway platform to take his daughters home before he went to work.
Great, thank you very much. Yes, sir, can you continue?
He suddenly noticed
A little slower.
He suddenly noticed a man nearby have convulsion and collapse.
Good.
Mr. Oakley and 2 women went to help the stranger. The man, Cameron,
Yes, it's a difficult name. Cameron Hollow Peter. Good.
managed to get to his feet, but then stumbled at the edge of the platform and fell into the subway track.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, young lady. So some questions. Now I'm not going to write these questions. Okay. So please listen. Okay. Number 1. What was the name of the man who fell onto the subway track?
Follow Peter, I can't.
Yeah, raise your hand if you can. Okay, but yes, Cameron Jalapeno. Okay. Yes, raise your hand if you can. All right. 2. Why did he fall in? Yes.
He had a convulsion collapse.
Right. Yeah, he had a convulsion and he collapsed. Okay. Next. What made Mr. Autry's act so heroic? Why? Why is it so heroic? Yes, good, okay.
Because he saw the light of the train.
Yes, okay, so he saw the train coming. Now, if there was no train and he jumped in and helped the man, would we say it was heroic?
Yes.
Maybe, if there was no train, maybe not. People would say, well, if there was no danger, he wasn't risking his life. He was just helping So people would say it was very nice, but maybe not heroic. So it was heroic because there was a lot of danger. He could have just said, well, he's down there, I'm up here, I'm safe. But no, he was a man of, he was a heroic man, a man of honor. And he took a great risk. As we said, if the train hits you, it's over. In English, when we use the expression would, when we're using the expression would, the word would, where we are using what is called the conditional tense. You've probably heard of this before. The conditional tense. Very important. The conditional tense allows us to express wishes. Okay? Hopes. What would you do? I would do this. I would do that. And we can answer in two ways. So you could say I would and then you add a verb, or in the present tense, or I would and then you add a verb in what's called the present perfect tense. Examples? Okay. Well, in this case, you could say, how would we make a sentence what would you do in Mr. Autry's case in the present tense? I would jump onto the tracks. Okay, I would jump. And then in present perfect, does anyone want to try? Yes? I would have, instead of saying I would jump, when we talk about the present perfect, okay, we use the word have, plus a verb, plus ed. So we can say I would have jumped onto the tracks. Okay. I would have jumped. So when we use the conditional, we can use both. Okay, we can say I would jump or I would have jumped. You can also say, what else could we say instead of jump? What are some other possibilities? Yeah? Yes, okay, shout. I would have shouted, help! Help this man! Now this is a group exercise, so I would like you to please divide yourselves into 3 groups. So do the men want to stay in one group?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have the men's group. And then I think I'll just put a line. Would you like to be on this side or that side? Do you want to join the men's group? Okay, it's even. So we'll just put you over here. Okay, so you'll be working together, and could you sort of put your seats in a little circle? Okay, could you, do you want to come around here? You will be working in a group, so you need to be able to talk closely. Okay, could you go? think in your culture and in mine, we talk about heroes a lot. Okay, you have Emilio Aguinaldo. Okay, you have Rizal. You have a lot of heroes in the Philippines. We have our heroes in the U.S. English people have their heroes. But what we're talking about today, okay, we're not talking about old heroes. We're talking about new heroes, what we call modern heroes, okay? Now, a modern hero today is someone who's still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our discussion, still alive. Okay, so if he's not alive, he cannot be your choice. And each group will talk about one, will choose one hero. Okay, and well, no, it has to be a real person. Okay, Superman is I like Superman, but he's not real. Batman is not real.
Jesus.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
I think that's a difficult question, but we're talking about people on Earth right now that you can touch. Okay, so it needs to be and choose someone that we would all know, or it can be somebody if you want from your family. But since it's a group of people, you want to choose somebody who has done something very great. It can be someone from the Philippines, it can be somebody from another country. But this person has to still be alive. Okay, and it has to be, someone that we can touch. Okay, somebody who's on the earth right now. Good. What you will do also is you will make a presentation. So one person from your group will come and talk to the class about this person. You'll want to say. You want to say at least 4 things about this person. Okay, so why? Why did you choose them as a hero? What's their name? Where are they? Okay. So why they are so special? You would give me some reasons. Yeah, you want to say, but you have to decide what that is. Yeah, you want to say, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of time, so if everybody could go back into their regular formation. Lyra, would you like to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so to begin, just tell us first, who's your hero?
Our modern hero is pastors.
Pastors, okay. Great, okay, so tell everyone. Now please be respectful, okay? She's spoken in a different language, so please be respectful.
Pastors they're going to other places to ministry or share the good news about Jesus Christ. And they give advice and they pray for the people who are suffering illnesses and pray for the people who had problems in their lives.
Okay, what else do pastors do? They make a lot of sacrifices. Okay, pastors also they sacrifice a lot of their family life, okay, to spend it with the people who come to their parish. Pastors give a lot of emotional support to people. Very good, thank you. So I'm going to do someone from the men's group next, so I think it's Joseph who's next. Joseph, It doesn't need to be Shakespeare, but we don't have time, so... Okay. Great, okay, so, and Joseph, who's your hero?
Our hero, the OFW.
Overseas Filipino workers. Please begin.
Because OFW is our hero, it's because they help our country and most of all their family and the other people, especially they help all the growth of our economic growth of our country.
So, overseas Filipino workers, one thing they do is they contribute to the economic growth of the country. Yeah, they send a lot of their money home. They support their families. Okay, they help each other, right, when they're working overseas. Some of the jobs that they do are very difficult. Thank you very much. Aubrey, okay. Aubrey's last but not least. And your topic is?
Our hero is our mother.
Mothers, okay, mothers, I think.
Because they suffered a lot for us. They give their best for us to be good. They work hard to provide our needs. They think first about their children before themselves.
Yes, okay, so I think especially the last one, the mothers, we often say mothers are very selfless. Okay, we often say a lot of children, we often say are selfish, but mothers are very selfless, okay, and as Aubrey said, they give a lot of emotional support to their kids, they help support you in what you want to do, they make sacrifices for you, they sacrifice a lot of their time, a lot of their energy, they feed you, they clothe you, they advise you, okay, so mothers are really amazing things, and yes, mothers are heroic. Okay, good. Well, it's been very good meeting all of you this morning, and I'd like to thank you for your attention and for contributing to the lesson. So.